Sad times, chat. Sad times. It's the last regular game of the season. There was meant to be like 4 or 5 more of these, but unfortunately, we decided to do a selection table for Carlton, not another team. So, I mean, here we are. Welcome to all the beautiful people in chat. I can see some great names. I've got Kate, I've got Saz, I've got a legend, Sean Pice guy, I've got Carlton Flaggers, I've got Langy, I've got Damo, I've got the Hunter, I've got Saz. You know what, though, chat? I am surprised to reveal to you we've got a couple of special things. This isn't the last time you'll see this panel. No, because they don't even know about this. We are going to do a kind of version of Shag, Marry, Avoid. I don't know if you played that game when you were at high school or you play that, but we're going to do delist, keep, or trade. We're going to do one of these for the whole list in the off-season. So there will be a selection table, but where we fire people, which makes me incredibly excited because based on current affairs, if you say you're fired, you might be president. So I could be the Prime Minister of England or Australia. You never know. You don't have citizenship laws here. But without further ado, we've got a very special guest. LekDog sends his apologies. He's currently somewhere in Asia finding himself, which sounds like a very weird way to say getting pissed. And Ian is currently tied up with work. But I went deep in my Rolodex of famous celebrities. And I could have picked anyone, but I went with the young goat, a legend, a new friend of this channel. You know him as Only Carlton. What a man. Instagram legend, videography genius. He's like John Lennon of Instagram posts. I've got a touch from Only Carlton. How are you, mate?
Good, Pommy. How are you? Love you, bro. Thanks for the goated intro. Yeah, happy to be here, bro. Really happy to be here.
Hey, we're excited to have you here. A little bit of energy, something new. And look, all the chat know you as well. So I'm looking forward to this. Our new guy, who is an old guy now because he's been here all year. But Jono, you're like the Sam Doherty 2023, aren't you? Played every game, never been late, always here.
Yeah, well, true to form like Doc that year. I did miss a couple of rounds early in the year with the knee, but I came back a lot earlier than I thought. But nah, it's great to be here, Pom. It's been a fun year. Doing this has probably been the highlight of my supporting and doing stuff about Carlton this year. And thinking about it, am I sad that the footy season's coming to an end for Carlton? Absolutely not. I cannot wait for Thursday night to be over. But, I'm sure that there's always going to be stuff to talk about. I'm kind of looking forward to that keep trade fuck off show that you've thrown upon us now. But yeah, happy to be here and another week. Yay.
Yeah, you know when the season ends at Carlton, it's kind of like you know when you're drunk at 3 a.m. and you cycle through your phone and you think about texting your ex. It's kind of like that, isn't it? Like you're never fully over it. Like you're never fully over it. I feel like chat. It wouldn't be the last show of the week if we didn't mention Freya. God love you, Freya. Hope you're doing well with your life. So there we are. There's an ex-girlfriend reference for you. But joining us this week, as always, sponsor of the show, my friend, your friend. He's like Del Boy, but without corruption. Car sales extraordinaire, financial mogul. He's like Elon Musk without the salutes. Mr. Nick Horsburgh. How are you doing, mate?
I'm doing really good, mate. I'm doing really good. Being busy as hell as always. I've kind of just got home from work, scoffed a pizza with my kids, and I'm turned the computer on and ready to go for the last time. But hey, we haven't had the year we wanted, but boy, we've had some fun on this show and just in general, mate. Mate, I'm wrapped that you've had me on and. Looking forward to seeing what the off season presents and the new year to come. I think we can look forward to next year from some things I'm seeing.
Is one of your kids in a dog outfit? Because something just walked past you that was 9'8".
He's a fucking giant, isn't he? Yeah, that's my German Shepherd, Axel. Looks like a bear in a dog in a bear's outfit or a bear in a dog's outfit. I don't know. He's like my wolf. But he's the number one security in the house, and I'm blessed to have him. He's a good boy.
I haven't seen a dog that big since like I strayed into like the section you probably shouldn't do on the hub. That was a big dog, mate. Big dog. Oh dear.
Oh, it gets weird. Sometimes it gets weird at 2 a.m., doesn't it, mate?
mate. Sometimes they run out of beer at the function. You start drinking wine, and your tastes change. It wouldn't be this show without Pom just being obscure. But chat, we need your help. You guys and girls are the guys and girls that select this team. It's not just us. We just give you ideas. And I'm proud to say we brought this back to see who goes first. This was the most fun I've had clothed last week.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, this is
Right.
great.
So all four of our names here. This is gonna dictate who goes first, who goes last. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Place your bets. We got Pommy at the top, Atouche second, Nick third, and Jono at the bottom. Here we go. Look at this. Oh, look at that.
Oi.
Legs.
Look at that.
Legs.
Just flying out of the gate.
No, I'm going to do a Carlton. I'm going to die in the third quarter. Look.
It's just
What?
flown out of the gate.
Have
Off he
you
goes
got yours
powering
on
under
fat
it
mode,
goes.
Pommy?
I don't know.
Pommy's not
Every time
even out of
we-
bed yet. Where the fuck? He's not even out of
Jesus
bed yet.
Christ.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh!
oh my God. I've done a hamstring like
Can I just say-
right by the finish line. And I've
this game
hobbled
is
over the line.
absolutely cooked. Just so everyone knows. Why is my guy like honestly, like he runs like like Oscar Pistorius when he had his legs taken off him. Like let's hope he doesn't shoot like he does. But there we go. So first to go is Atouche. So what Atouche is going to do, even though he's the new guy, is he's going to explain to us why he picked his team. So in 5 seconds, you should see it on your screen because it's always complicated when we have new people. But here you go. This is team. No, it's not. There it is. This is the legend that is. We're calling them Team OC, only Carlton. Talk us through your selection here and chat. If you've got any questions, make sure you ask them.
Right. So I've got Sard out, which is I think he was the only like disappointing player that played last week. I just think I don't know. He's so like I don't want to say lazy, right? But he pretty much is. He doesn't run defensively or attackingly. He doesn't get on for those receive handballs and stuff. He just kind of exists on the field. And he's 31. He's not getting any young. He's not getting any younger, right? We got Boyd, right, who can play a similar role, the exact same role. We've got Charlton as well, who's a pretty good rebounder as well. I've heard. I don't know much about him, but I think it's time that we just get some of the younger kids in, right? Like Boyd's 25, 26. He's really good as well. I don't know why he hasn't played this year. I really rate Boyd. He's a really good kick of the ball. He's a good decision maker. He's got a bit of dog in him as well, which we don't really have. Like he's lippy. I really like him. He's lippy. Backline's not changed. Wilson's starting for me. I don't know. I feel like Wilson hasn't shown a lot, but he's young. You gotta just let him play out the season, right? Carroll, Haynes, Cowan, standard backline. I really rate Cowan. Ben Camperelli coming in for Akers. I am Akers' number one hater. Don't rate him at all. Don't know why he's even in the team. He had a good week last week, but again, just a lazy player. I don't rate him at all. Elijah Holland's coming in. This might be people might not like this, but I really rate him. Right? If he's playing, even if he's being like up for selection, right? He's playing VFL. That means whatever the rumors that are going around, I don't think they're true. Because if they were, I don't think we'd be playing him. It's a good young kid. We look completely different with him in the squad. Good use of the ball. It's something that we missed all year, that like half forward, mid to forward connection that gets in there, uses the ball well, can kick some goals. So yeah, I'd love to see him in. Also just for him as well, right? Just go out there, enjoy footy. it'll be important for him. And yeah, I've got Fogarty out as well for him, and Lord out, who I love Lord. Shout out Lord, but concussion rules, unfortunately. So got Lucas Camperelli coming in, which I don't know. I'd love to see the Camperelli twins play a game together this year, and especially against Essendon, because I'm pretty sure their old man went to Essendon. So be a good bit of biff there as well. So yeah.
Mate, I love the team and some chat questions. Get them in, beautiful people. Where was the first question? I saw it from the beautiful says. Are you concerned that they did play on Sunday? I mean, I'll be honest, they didn't really play, did they? They got absolutely destroyed, like by nearly 200 points. I don't think they burnt much.
Nah, I
But
don't think so.
were you concerned by that?
Nah, not at all. They're professional athletes, bro. Like, it's a 5-day turnaround. I get it's not as good as a 6-7 day, but you'd expect them to be able to turn around and be able to play a good game.
Mate, I agree. Nick and Jono, any questions for the great man?
Oh, great team that you put on the park, and I don't agree with. I don't disagree with most of the things you're saying. It would be exciting to see the Camperellis play together in one game in the ones, and what a perfect time to do it. Carlton versus Essendon, with the old man who ran around for both sides. It's a dead rubber game. Pressure's off. It's a party. Let's make it a party. Let's make it exciting. Good team.
Bit of a party. John, any questions?
Not really any questions, but just more to, Frank Onatush's point is 100% right that without those half forwards in the team all year, mainly Lige with what he's been through and Cottrell with his injury, it's really been, everyone laments the mid-forward connection and kicking efficiency, and with those guys not available for pretty much the whole year, and we saw how much better we looked with Walsh in the team on the weekend. It just shows that you still need to get the health and fitness and the high performance area of your club 100% right. And I said this at the start of the year when we were going to sleep after half time, and it continued to be an issue that this is the first year under Robbiness. I'd expect second year and the third year to be 100% when you're completely changing a training regime, and you're moving from a contested brand to a speed and power brand, and you're effectively trying to change the game style. So that version of Carlton that you saw on the weekend, yes, you're playing a significantly weakened team and a team that gave 3 parts of fuck all to be there at Marvel Stadium. Let's face it, I didn't see the game live, but watched the replay, and that Port LA team might as well have been witches' hats. And if we were actually half good this year, we would have put them away by 3 figures. So yeah, it's interesting, and it's a good point that you've made there, Atush, to say that this is what we are being missing. Just on Billy Wilson, now that I'm thinking of it, I was surprised that they gave him a year to extend him. What role do you kind of see him playing moving into the future?
Kind of like that, like a defender that plays on the smalls, I guess, because he's also pretty good on ball as well, right? Like he can run and carry. So kind of like that Newman role, if he develops into that, obviously. But I rate him. Like, I think he's shown enough in his last 2 games. He hasn't been crazy, nothing generational, but he's shown enough to get that contract extension. And yeah, I just think I think he'll be good.
Right, I love it. Legend Danny asks, who would you be putting on merit?
It depends where they play him. Are they going to play him in the middle or in the forward line? I don't know what Essendon do these days.
You'd imagine he plays in the midfield, surely. Like, otherwise it could be 100 points Blues.
Yeah, no, have him go head-to-head with Walsh, I guess. Walsh grips. He doesn't need a tag. He's not that good.
And Sean asks, at your bench options, who you throw in as sub?
Durden. I like Durden as a sub. He's good, impactful player, I reckon.
Mate, I love it. And you've got a big compliment here. the legend that is Cracker. He loves the side. He's a man who loves a little bit of run. So I think that's the first compliment he's paid anyone this this year. Hey, Cracker, maybe we've got it. And did you have any thoughts of bringing in Pom Cotter?
Not really. No, I really like Lewis Young. I wouldn't bring him in for Lewis Young. Maybe for like a Flynn Young, but not for Lewis. I don't know. Again, how old is Pom Cotter? Is he old?
Too old. I think he's 26 from memory. I should know this.
Yeah, play the kids. Play Flynn
Play
Young
the
over
kid.
him.
He's
enough.
an old man at 26, man.
He is an old man at 26, isn't he?
He's 28. Sorry, 28. Cheers, Cracker. Yeah, he's 28.
I mean,
that explains the hip troubles then. 28 hip troubles at 28.
Yeah, he's half dead, mate. Honestly, half dead. Old bastard. I mean, I'll tell you what, I love it.
28. Not getting much better.
Solid team.
Yeah.
I've got to say, his profile picture is better than everyone else's as well. Done him a right solid there. So there it is. Well, that is
Carlton football fan model shot, that one.
Hey, mate, yeah, that is. And you know what? From one supermodel looking gentleman to another. And what I'm going to do as well is give him an option to change, because while we were on air, Fogarty has been confirmed out by Michael Voss because he's got a mischief. So who do you want to replace Fogarty with?
Lucas Camporelli, please.
Okay. Well, take us through it, big dog.
Look, I really liked what I saw on the park the weekend. You know, we can say that Port Adelaide has checked out all we want, and that's probably a fair comment. But, you know, what we saw was a absolute midfield domination from Carlton, and you know, a couple of them playing a different sort of role to what we've seen as well. Walsh was absolutely let go just to do whatever the hell he wanted. Didn't have a sort of a defensive runwood role. Was really our playmaker, and a couple of other things is Big Harry needs to get sponsored by Gillette and shave before every game, because I'm pretty sure it was the blades that toughened him up and made him play into an absolute monster. Shout out to Harry. He's had a tough year with personal issues and whatnot, and, you know, yips from goal kicking, and to see him come back on the park and play with full confidence is a credit to him. The other thing I quite liked was Cripps. Just noticed him sort of drifting into the midfield a bit more, which gives us an extra target there, and tend to help the boys lower the eyes and stop the long bombing in the forward line. So for the first time this year, I'm going with a bit more stability. Lord, obviously, I'm sad to lose him with the concussion rule. I'd, kind of on that bump, I'd just play him, but you can't anymore. So with that, I just thought Ben Camporelli, we haven't seen him all year, didn't want to make too many changes, so just brought him out. But with Fogarty coming out, now it's really about, putting the Camporelli boys on the park together against Essendon. It'll be a good way to bow out, makes it exciting. Be exciting, Carlton versus Essendon in a dead rubber. What can you do? It's been a tough year for us as Carlton supporters, and I am impressed by Blue Baggers. We stick together and we keep showing up for our club. And I think exciting times to come for next year. We get a few key players back. I'm really excited to see what Jagger does for our midfield, and an injection of youth, speed, and experience. We're going to see the Billy come back with another year. Cowan's going to get even bigger, and some of these young players that are getting a run, I think they're going to be really, really good for us next year and go to another level. So, thanks for having me this year, Pommy, and that's my team for the week.
Hey, mate. Hey, you make it sound like a good buy. You make it sound like you're doing a TDK on me. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and find out you fucked off to freaking Jake's TV. Saints TV. You agree? All right.
No,
Is that it?
mate. No, mate.
You know what I
We've
mean,
become
bro?
brothers, man. Yeah, we've
Hey,
become
mate.
brothers. I just get emotional
Hey.
at the end of the fucking footy season. You know, I'm a diehard bagger like we all are, and I'm sad that we didn't make it into September. I feel like, you know, we had all the potential in the world, and the opportunity was there, and we fucked it. So I'm disappointed. I'm excited to have a rest, yeah, I'm looking forward to another year.
Mate, I love it. So questions for the chat, mate. Because we love you, Nick. We can't wait till next year, because next year we'll be doing this for a grand final, so I don't care anymore.
Fuck you,
Danny,
guys.
Danny asks, are you concerned that Ben Camporelli hasn't played for 4 weeks?
Not really. He wasn't rubbed out with an injury. He was rubbed out because he put a bit of grunt in. They train week in, week out. You know, Ben, he's a professional young footballer. I'm sure he's going to be all right. Hopefully someone just said it then, spent 4 weeks in the gym bulking up and ready to go. I mean, it's a dead rubber for us. We hired these superstar young kids. There's been a lot of talk about them. Let's just put them in for a game. I mean, who cares about the result, really? Just be nice to see.
Mate, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Does anyone else? You know what? Tatum makes a good point. Me and LekDog have been team stop the 100. And because LekDog's not here, just a full caveat, I've given in. Carlton have broken me. I've got him to 100. Everyone on the panel and chat as well, answer this. Did you want to see him get to 100? Does anyone actually think, first part of the question, does anyone think he's actually staying? Part 2, if he isn't going, do you think it's beneficial getting him to 100 for father sons?
No.
Nah, I don't think so. He's not
I
staying.
couldn't give a fuck. Who says he's even going to have a kid? Couldn't give a shit.
Who says his kid will want to play football?
Yeah. It's a good, I guess you can cover your bases, right, just in case. But, I mean, bro, he's not, I don't know, he's going to get his name on the locker, right? That's what getting to 100 games means. Yeah, bro, I think
at the end of the day, it's also just a respect thing as well. Just, you're not going to, as much as there have been times where we've all on this show wanted to drop him and his form's probably warranted that. At the end of the day, you've got to respect the guys that you have on your books. So there's one more game, Tom's on the books for at least one more game of this contract, and while he hasn't declared his hand one way or another, you think, you know, he might be going, might turn around and shock us all and stay. You never know. So I ultimately think it's a respect thing, and he's probably earned the right to get to 100 games. And again, what are you going to do? You're going to kick him on the way out if he is going?
No.
Yeah.
That's not how good clubs operate.
Yeah. Can I just say, if I was a player, though, round 1 next year, when they've put TDK on his locker, I would turn the K into a William Bowles. Genuinely, genuinely, I would be doing that. Did anyone else, though, think it was interesting? Because I think Tom de Koning and Sam and chat answer this as well. Am I reading into it too much? But I think Graham Wright had a pot shot at Jack Silvani last week and TDK when he doubled down and said, well, they have had contracts in front of them for 2 months. And then today, Jacob Wheaterin doubled down and said, you're either in or you're out. And pretty much, spot on, Matt, said, if you don't want to be here, fuck off. I would, that turns me on a little bit, because I genuinely think when players have left and stuff like that, we're kind of nice about it. I do like the fact that there's this kind of hard edge. You're either with us or you're against us. Toodle pip. I really like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Graham's commanding a lot of respect already. And you can see he's really got the reins on the club. And it's been a long time since we've had a man of action, I think, in there and in the board and talking to the board and motivating. I really like it.
Sunny Coast Excavations has put it perfectly. Like, I love the no bullshit attitude. Now, maybe that's just the phase of life that I'm going through at the moment, where I'm just not taking any bullshit from anyone. Don't worry, boys, you're all lucky. But it's been, someone said it before, like, too often it's just been sitting on your hands a bit too nice. It's a time to actually, drive the club and drive the club forward. And, there was an interview today in the paper. Andrew Bassett's come out doing his victory lap after they re-signed Nazaya on, someone's going to have to remortgage their house to pay off Nazaya's contract. But why wait? This is what he said, like, why wait for your turn? Just go out and jump the fucking queue. And if you don't want to be there, then, you're either with us or against us.
Yep.
100%.
Coming from the UK, where it's a lot more territorial and we take this very seriously, like, do you know what I mean? Like, players leave. Fuck it, it's not good. I'm glad to see it, because I always hated, when Matty always left? And I felt there was all that noise. Kaltoumi reported it. The club alluded to it. Always wanted a bit more than Carlton wanted to choose. And when he left, I felt like Carlton just really didn't make a statement. It was kind of like, we've got Jagger from it, so it's okay. I think Carlton needs to be a little bit more arrogant in its actions, not in its words. I like the club coming out and just being a little bit like, you know what, TDK, fuck him. Jack Silvani, we love the name. You don't want to play for us though? Get fucked. We're Carlton Football Club. We will live forever with or without you. And I think that, exactly what Sean said here, he's a Collingwood fan, so I agree. Have some fucking balls about you. Like, this club is bigger than Silvani, because without Carlton, Silvani's just another name in Melbourne. No one cares who he is. It's the club that made that name.
It's disappointing with Silvani, because I think he's had the best year since he's been with the club, and I don't understand or see where the fallouts come from. He's injured himself, and now he doesn't want to play again. I'll
tell you the thing. I'll tell you the thing with Jack, and here's the thing that gripes on me if my computer decides to unfreeze itself. Can you recall the season where Jack's played more than 20 games?
No, he's been ever unreliable with injury.
So does that come more, and I'm not accusing anyone of anything here, but it has to be a mixture of, one, bad injury management, and like, okay, you can't really account for someone planning to do an ACL. That's a freak, shocking injury that can happen to anyone. But is there also just a bit of, like, not taking the rehab seriously enough as you should, thinking that it's like, I'm a Silvani, they'll look after me. And it's like, you said it before, if he was Jack Smith, he'd probably be, be okay to cut him loose, probably. But because he is Silvani, and the Silvani name carries the gravitas that it does at Carlton, then okay, there's a little bit more to it, and it helps that his dad was there, and his dad's now got this reputation with an axe to grind with the club. So it's all a bit interesting, and I think the best thing about Graham Wright is he's come in. It's a clean slate. Graham Wright's a competitive beast and a football person who clearly, if you read all the reports, feels like he's been wronged by other people at his previous employers and has come in with a point to prove. And if that means being a hard bastard and ruling without fear or favor and not actually caring what your last name is, then bring it on, I say.
Amen. Yep. Amen. Well, I mean, chat, you know me. They call me the Axe Man. And I went big. I went big. You either go big in this world or you go home. So out comes Sard, Akers, Fogarty, Lord Durden. Why did Durden go? the sub thing, I agree with Atush. I think he's the sub, but I don't want him in the team based on what I've seen in the sub. And I felt just have an early holiday, get to Bali, have a few beers, let the boys sort it out, and we'll see you next year, Sparrow. But I went simple back line. I've liked the back line the last couple of weeks. Think it's solid. Lewis Young, he impressed me last week as opposed to the week before where I wanted to chin him. This week I was actually full commend, because you know what? I think one of the most degrading things in the world is someone jumping on your back, right? And I thought he handled himself with great maturity last week. So, Lewis, if you're watching, well done, mate. I brought the Camporellis in, bit like everyone else who's answered what you asked me, chat. Am I worried? He's a professional footballer. He's a kid. Like, if he can jump at the chance to play with his brother against the old enemy, go for it. Go for it. Go hard. Like, I think he'll be fine. I think just go out there, have a bit of fun, have a bit of vibes. I do think the wing area is a massive issue for Carlton Football Club at the minute. I don't think Haynes on the wing is a long-term idea. So let's have a look at what it looks like, because potentially that's it. Williams, the forward line stays unchanged. Thought that was brilliant. Midfield stays the same as well. Only changes here is I wanted to look at Charleston, Boyd as a combination. I think they are fighting massively for one spot in the future. I think Boyd is the old guy. Charleston's the new guy. So I want to see what they look like. It's a one-on-one, El Mano, one will survive. So let's have a look at Charleston. Good user. Boyd, good user. Love to see it. Billy Wilson, he keeps the job, right? He keeps his job. And bring back Will White. I'm not really bothered. They didn't try last week. He was rested, but they didn't try last week. They got absolutely dicked by Footscray. So there's no effort, and a nice little rotation there. So I just went kind of simple. Keep it simple. I agree, Tatum. They won't do it, but in my world, it's a 4-day break, man. Professional footballers in the UK play on a Saturday and then play in Barcelona on a Tuesday, and you don't hear them complain. So, you know what I mean? 1 week before an 8-week holiday on $1 million. I'm sure they'll be fine, in my opinion. But chat, get your questions in. Cracker, I knew you were going to punish me. Look, basically, I'm the same as you. I think Ollie Hollands is a winger. I just wanted to give 6 people a bit of respect after last week. I really like the 6 in the back. But in this scenario, Ollie would heavily rotate with Charleston, Boyd, and White, and Boyd would like swing in that half forward role like we saw glimpses of this year in the VFL as well. So very heavily rotation. I want to have a lot of run. I've tried to listen to Vossi. He wants more run, more stun, more ball use. Well, let's have a look at some of the guys that bring that, who are on the list, see how far away they are, and let's see what it is. So that was the case. Any questions from you guys? Well, I'll look at the chat's questions and think how I answer them.
Who would be your sub?
Sorry, go on.
Sorry.
Sub in this case would be, I know it's harsh because I love him. He's my boy. But William James White would be my sub. Bring him on for a quarter. Hopefully he gets it back.
Just on Will White, Pom. Do you reckon he's there next year? I know I've asked you this question a few times now, and if you're picking between Evans and White for one contract, who gets it? But do you reckon if they're going to purge a few, and particularly around that small forward area, and it's really to answer Matt Gandolfo's question about Orazio, I watched maybe 4 seconds of the VFL on the weekend, and in that 4 second, Orazio was getting help from the ground. So I don't actually know if he finished the game. So surely he's not going to be there. And if you want to keep rejuvenating your list and persist with the youth, and to go on the conversation we were having before, you want players there who are actually going to give a shit and want to play for Carlton. Is Will White good enough to be there next year?
I mean, it's a tough one. I mean, with list spots being a commodity as it is with the Arsenal we've got, it's going to be fascinating. But I think if we're in all honesty, I like the story of Will White, but I think people are just blinded by his quick and things like that. I don't think he is, at best, he's AFL average. At best, he's AFL average.
Yeah. Like,
So,
part of me would love to see him with a full AFL preseason and to actually spend some time properly learning the small forward craft, because I don't think you can really get that from maybe, 4 sessions training with the AFL guys before you get put on the AFL list at the last minute. And then you have one season when things go to shit really, really quickly and you're playing catch up. So part of me would like to see him with an AFL preseason under his belt. And the other part of me is just going, I'm not sure.
yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't think you'll see mass delistings as people are expecting. I think you're more likely to see trading out. But it's an interesting one, because I do feel, I think if Will White didn't say he was a Carlton fan, and watching a lot of him at VFL, I never really saw the AFL level at VFL level, to be honest, at all. So small forwards are 10 a penny. It's just, for some reason, we get blinded by tackle pressure. We don't get blinded by goal kicking. And Will White sits in that category at VFL level. He's industrious defensively, but last time I checked, the definition of a small forward is kicking goals first, tackling later. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's one of them things.
Vossi loves small forwards who can run and chase and harass and put pressure on, but not actually kick a goal.
Mate, I'm with you. One of the questions in chat, I hadn't forgotten Elijah. Atouche was brave, picked him. I just went, I didn't want to bring him in purely because Michael Voss was pretty much adamant that we won't see him for the rest of the year, but we'll see him next year. So I wanted to honour that. But pardon?
Did Vossi say that? We'll see him next year.
Oh, in his press conference, he alluded anyone who played in VFL this week won't play in AFL.
Yeah. But
so,
did he say...
And he said that's why people are held over.
Yeah. No, but did he say the bit about Elijah next year?
No, he just said this week he was...
Okay.
We'll see the VFL boys next year.
So... Yeah.
And I'm going with Elijah's Instagram post that he specified to 3 people on that Instagram post. He isn't leaving. Because we have to address that. As a man that has legitimately had drug problems, and it's still speculation, it has to be said with Elijah. No one knows for certain, and I'm willing to give the brother the benefit of the doubt. Hasn't been confirmed to me by him himself, so I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. But I read his thing as 2025 has been a shit year. The next chapter is next year, which I think we can all relate to. If we've ever gone through depression or any mental turmoil, you draw the line under the year and go next year. I didn't read that as a goodbye, I've been delisted. I read that as this has been a really shit year. Thank you for everyone who supported me. Don't believe social media. And I'll see you next year. I didn't see that as I've been delisted. I actually thought that was quite a mature, beautiful thing.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, that's
like genuinely. Quick one for Pom. Has there been a week where I haven't always selected Lucas Camporelli, actually. So, Rob, welcome to the show, though, mate. I haven't. I've done it a few times. I've been more on the B camp train, to be honest. I've been more on the B camp train than I am on the L camp train, but you guys have corrupted me. Gone on my football senses. I just want the vibes. I want 2 Camporellis there. Just want 2 Camporellis. One more vibe for the boys. One more vibe for the boys. That's all I want. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Elijah. If Elijah does watch this, we love you, Elijah. Final question before we move on over to the final competitor. Pommy, are there more AFL ready players and I deserve a spot? Based on last week's AFL and VFL game, I actually have delisted everyone who played that game bar Jordan Boyd, because that was one of the worst footballing performances I've ever seen. And bearing in mind, I sat and watched the Adelaide game, which made me want to be blind at times. I think long term, yes. I do see a future for Elijah. I do see a future for Lucas Camporelli. I do see a future for Harry Charleston. Lemmy, I've got big question marks on. Binsey, I feel like he's hit his ceiling and that's it. Boyd, I think he's got a future, but Voss obviously doesn't. Chincotta, I think he's in trouble just because we've got so many players now who do that. And Cooper Lord has done the tagging role. And Matt Duffy, he's definitely better than his mate Rob Monaghan. I just worry if there's enough time. Is that a fair call? Is there enough time? Would you say the same, boys?
Yeah, I reckon.
I haven't seen enough. I haven't watched Duffy that closely, to be honest, but I can, with all due respect to Rob Monaghan, he's a lot of different things, but I don't think he's a footballer.
I've only seen highlights of the two, but Duffy, I don't know, he's not that bad. I reckon you just give him a 1-year contract just for the sake
Well, he's
of
still contracted next year because the nuance of that, we gave him both a 2-year deal, but he didn't have his first year because he had his ACL.
Okay.
I've got a feeling Rob Monaghan is delisted and we take Gresham on the category B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling that Rob's in trouble, like big trouble. Felix, my beautiful Essendon friend. Who's going to stop Ben Hobbs? Tell you what, Ben Hobbs has got a job to do this week, mate. Mighty Ben Hobbs. He's going to be up against some world-class superstars, mate.
Is Ben Hobbs playing for a contract? Probably.
Ben Hobbs is about to come up against Matt Carroll. And I've heard rumours that he's already preempted his Ma for a cuddle at the end of the game. You know what? Ethan Phillips would be on my AFL list. You know when everyone's going, go out and get Buku Kamis? And I'm like, do you remember the last time we got a player that was moved in the forward line who was a backman from the Western Bulldogs, and how much you all hate Lewis Young, and you want to get a less talented version
of the Lewis Young fan club is literally on this call.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? No, but that's what I mean. Genuinely, fans don't like Lewis Young, and I'm like, you want Buku Cat? I'd rather have Ethan Phillips, to be honest. At that, Riley, Old Flynn as well is another guy that I want you to look at. He's on my maybes as well. Shua, am I doing a list management video? I will be, mate. And do I think we need to look past Cripps in the middle? I do. I do think we need to start planning next year. I would like to see a little bit more of Cripps ghosting forward, as we saw last week. I'd love to see us be a little bit brave and see if we can redefine the Cripps role. But we've got one more guy to do before we pick this team. And the beautiful Jono, look, let's have a look at that team. He had some intel. He got rid of Fogarty before everyone, the naughty minx.
Yes, I got a message this morning after Bossy did his press conference telling me that Fogarty would not be playing this week, so he was included in my selected team. It's fairly basic this week. It's very much kind of along the lines of what it's been for the last few weeks, Pom. It's picking the team that I want to go watch play football. And for the last week of the season, I want to see Ben Camporelli in there. You've served your suspension. Ross Lyon had a whinge about the VFL buys earlier in the year, and I'm 100% on board with him. It's a awfully run competition, the VFL.
Mm.
And so Ben sat on the sidelines now for 5 weeks when he's had a 4-week ban. So absolutely ridiculous. But for one game left of the year, there's a spot available. Chera's not available. Just go play him, have some fun, make your debut. It'll be a day that you remember. And, you know, for us, for the fans, you want to give your fans a reason to go to the football, go watch Ben Camberelli. Thank you, Blackie. I really do appreciate it. And the other inclusion, Will White, is play for a contract. It's you dangle him that carrot. You say, we are picking you this week. Go and earn the AFL contract. Your running mate, Frankie Evans, has almost done that with his sustained run of good form. You have that opportunity to go do it now, because ultimately, and we spoke about it a little bit before, it's probably going to come down to Orazio's out of contract, Jesse Motlop's out of contract. All the small forwards are actually out of contract except for Corey Durden. So there are contracts available in that small forward part of the ground. And there's one right there for the taking. So that's the team pretty much. I haven't picked anyone who played in the VFL, mainly because they're off a 4-day break. And yes, they are professional athletes, Pom, but I do not want to kill them, particularly if it is someone like Lucas Camperelli, who I'd consider the most, and he is still a little child. So I don't want to hurt him. I'd rather just bring in Ben. Ben can have his day. I'll take questions from the floor.
Mate, one of them, you know, Cracker was going to be here with this.
Yes.
Acres love. Acres love.
Acres love. I considered dropping him, but from what I said before with the no wingers, both the wingers played in the VFL and off a 4-day break. None of them are going to get in. It might even be Acres' last game for the club, depending on who you speak to and what you hear. So you give him that, and then you can work out next year.
Can I just say on Blake Acres? So I have spies in every forum known to man. It really helps when you're doing general AFL content. And I was alerted to, they were willing to pay all their fans unanimously pick 32 for Blake Acres. And I was like, fucking hell, I'll drive him now if that's an official writing. Like, if you can get me that in writing, I'll drive Blake to you.
Yeah. No, I would too.
I mean, they do owe us. We did him a good deal on Owies.
Oh, we did him an amazing deal on Owies.
Gave him a deal on the Owies.
Yeah.
Did you think about bringing in Harry Lemons?
I can't recall if he actually played in the VFL or not. But
well, I wouldn't blame you. I watched that game live, and I'm not too sure anyone on a Carlton list actually played.
Yeah, I don't think anyone.
But I can confirm he did play, and genuinely, if you don't believe in match fitness, go back and watch that game, because I think match fitness might be a real thing.
This is going to be Lemmy's last weekend on an AFL list, I'm fairly sure.
I've got him yellow, which on my spreadsheet means you're delisted, but you train on just in case we can't find someone.
I keep coming back to it. If he couldn't get picked that week where we literally sent over a side made of Patrick Cripps and the rest of the 22 made of sellotape to go play the West Coast Eagles, if you're not getting picked that week, then you're not up to it.
It's going to be fascinating. Question for all of you and chat. Say Jay Sauce leaves, right? Say Mitch McGovern leaves, right? And you're not allowed to re-rookie them or anything like that. Where do you guys stand as the guys who replace them on the list? So Is it as simple as Ethan Phillips and Brodie Kemp just libs full-time forward? He did show some signs. Or are you going out and buying? Or are you drafting? Where are you with that?
I reckon if Kemp's on the list next year, you put him back to defence.
Yeah. The forward experiment did not work.
I think he looked a lot more comfortable down there.
Yeah. Yeah, he kicked like 5 against West Coast last year, and we all thought he's a hectic forward. But even this year, he hasn't shown much. He's just not. He doesn't look comfortable out there, like you said. He had a really good season in 23 in the first half of 24 as a backman. I don't know why we moved him. I think we moved him because we went to West Coast that year as well with no forward line.
Yeah, I was going to say he had a good game against West Coast where he kicked a 5 handful of goals, and I think he's had one other good game up forward, and the rest has almost been based on the performance of those games.
Yeah. Even this year he played the Bulldogs, had a good game, but again, a good game every 4 games is not. You're not a good forward, right? He played really well in the backline. I really rate him. So I reckon we get him, Kemp, and then we draft Harry Dean, and Dean can fill that gap.
Yeah. Oh,
right. Don't mind it.
Haynes will go on, and then Harry Dean comes in. I reckon you're trying to keep a Mitch McGovern, but on your terms, mainly because if Harry Dean is as good as everyone says he is, that's amazing for us. But even then, are you backing in an 18-year-old to come in and play 22, 23 games of senior football every week? Or do you want to let him develop at his own rate rather than just throw him into the deep end? I think as much as like I'd be happy to let Mitch McGovern go from a list management point of view as you keep trying to transition the list. Keeping him on our terms is smart business, which is why I'm in favor of what the club's done in terms of just not letting him use trigger and let it roll over onto next year.
Do you know what's scary? Just chat and you guys, I'll let you have one guess. Where do you think in total goals this year for Carlton, Brodie Kemp is?
I know the answer to this. So I'm not
the
gonna...
answer.
Like it'll scare you. Have a guess.
He's top 10 for sure.
6 or something.
7.
No, he's 13th for 2025. So you think how many games has Brodie Kemp played? Like just let that sink in. Like so, Brodie Kemp this year for the Carlton Football Club has played 5 games, right? And he's 13th on the goal kicking list. And the players that have played more games than him and who are below him are Tom de Koning, George Hewitt, Chera, Cooper Lord, Doc, Ollie Holland. So he's basically kicked more goals than quite a few players. It is scary. It is scary back the thing. But I was genuinely shocked. You know what, Rob? It was when I presented this to Terry a couple of days ago. It was a lot worse. We've just been very lucky that players have kicked 1 or 2 goals just to edge in front of him. But he was oscillating at top 10, and I was like, can't be. I haven't seen the cunt for about 10 years. Forgot he was on the list.
I know, right?
Did you know what I mean? I forgot he was there. But you know what? I agree with your premise. You know what? I keep hounding this, and I think I was one of the first people to suggest it. I really want to see Cripps play forward more because Cripps is going at 1.8 goals a game when he's slotted at half forward, which I think he might be the guy. I genuinely think the new meta for AFL is 3 tolls. Use Cripps. Like it's the meta. Like, and what are we bad at? Kicking and getting the ball inside 50. Play less smalls, more toes is my motto.
Yeah. If you remember that Giants game early in the year, he took Bedford forward and just dominated him the whole time. So he's shown he can be a forward. So, and his shot, he's a good set shot. So,
goal kicking improves.
Similar to like a Dangerfield role, hey? When Dangerfield goes forward, it reminds me of Cripps going forward.
You know what?
That's the next evolution for him.
Last year, I went to a function and Alex Rance was there. And I asked Alex Rance a question saying that Jack Rewalt during AFLX had said that Patrick Cripps was a nightmare when they did training, ghosting forward. And Jack Rewalt said it publicly. Wonder if Carlton do this because he's an absolute pain in the arse. Well, Alex Rance, he told me and a few of my mates when we asked him, is this true? He said out of all the players he's played against the back line, he was the hardest to get in front of when he was in the forward line. And that's coming from Alex Rance. Alex Rance said he's impossible to get around because of the way Cripps moves. Like he can literally hold you off one-handed. He's better than big forwards. So
He's a big beast.
I don't mind Cripps being that third tall option.
Yeah.
Just question without notice to all of you. Hypothetically, if Thursday night is Patrick Cripps's last game as the captain of Carlton, and who are you giving the captaincy to? Jacob Wiedering or Sam Walsh? And chat can answer this question too, but if you're picking between those two blokes, who do you want to be the captain of Carlton next year? If it's not,
I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken that we're thinking about taking captaincy off Cripper at this stage in his career. But in answer to your question, for the exercise, I would go Walsh 1,000 times over Wiedering.
Yeah. I'm not saying we're taking the captaincy off him. If he decides to say, like, I just want to play footy for the last 4, 5, 6 years of my career and not have to lead, not have to think about the captaincy and the extra strain that it is. And we talk about turning over a new leaf for the club and embracing change. Well, maybe this is some change that you need to embrace, and that's handing over the leadership and have a new leader be there to drive the standards. And that's not to say that Cripps won't be leading by words or his actions, but have a new club figurehead.
I see Walsh leading by example, and I see Wiedering leading with a stick. So I'd rather Walsh.
Yeah. I'd rather have Walsh as captain. I'd rather have a captain in the midfield that can impact games because I feel like that's great for team morale as well. I'm not saying Wiedering doesn't impact games, but Walsh can get up there. You can get 2 goals, 35 disposals. I feel like Wiedering's almost been like a co-captain this year. Like you can see him after losses, like after a Richmond one. He's the one addressing the group after the loss. I don't know if you've seen the clip, and he's the one that walks them off. So I feel like he's already been a voice. I feel like if we have Walsh as captain, it's like a new voice, if that makes sense. He's also a gun. I love him. But what he said after the game was like, "Oh, we need a no bullshit mentality." I love that. We need more from that. Like we need more Carlton players saying that.
Well, it's funny you say that, and I can't help agree with Cracker here. One of the reasons that Brisbane did the co-captaincy was, one, the media responsibilities were absolutely insane, right? So the media responsibilities captains have to do is insane, and that's coming from Fagan himself. But they also said the forward line looks after itself. The back line and the midfield is where the bread and butter is. That's where the game is controlled. So Andrews and Neil working together helps. And then Zorko, as a former captain, added that. So I'm actually not against co-captains. You hear the club and it's a leadership group, isn't it? They all do it. But it would have to be, and I said this on Blue Abroad last week, I don't think you can remove the captaincy off Cripper. I don't think you can. No. I think it has to be Cripps saying what Zorko said, what Pendlebury did, that he wanted to be there as a player and hand it over to the next youth, and he wanted to be an accessory, and he felt it was the time to go. But I always think George Hewitt, someone mentioned George Hewitt, I think it was Lange. I think George Hewitt needs to be on the leadership group. The leadership group, because Brisbane have, ironically, Starcevic, and the reason is Starcevic is regarded as the best trainer at Brisbane, so he's like the standard setter of training. It's like, this is what you do as a young pro. You eat right, you do that. I think Hewitt would be the perfect guy. in my opinion, to have on the leadership group.
Yeah, for sure. He's a hard worker, right? He leads by example, gets his job done every single week. Like he's that role player that just gets it done, right? It's nothing flashy, nothing crazy, but it's a good example for the younger kids, right? Like, you don't have to be, taking speckies or holding off 5 plays. You just got to do your role.
Amen. Amen. That's the most important thing nowadays, isn't it? Just do what you've got to do.
Yeah.
And I do think that's probably a problem with our football club. I'd love to know. I will never know. I'd love to know how many injuries we've had in the last 5 years that are player-led. Because we had Russell, loads of injuries. Then we had the new guy where you look at Sydney, hardly any injuries. He's gone. Go and read Sydney forums. They're like, we got rid of our fitness guy. This is where the injuries have come from. And we've still had injuries. I wonder how many of them do the extras. And then I look back at little snippets we've had where you've heard ex-players say we got bullied if we did extras. I wonder if that mentality still exists, if some of these players do cut corners and don't have that.
Yeah, it's a good shout.
Yeah, it's interesting. Just breaking news, Carlton adjacent news, and Wines has been upheld, so he's out for the next 3 weeks.
You know what, Danny? I went to the public toilets at Icon and someone had pissed on the floor and I actually slid and nearly did my calf. That's a true story. I genuinely slipped on someone's piss. I was like, can you imagine the irony of doing an ACL on piss at Icon Park? Do you know what I mean?
That puts
now
new meanings to getting on the piss, doesn't it?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I would have blamed Russell. It's probably Russell came and pissed on the floor before I went in. Chat, now we pick the team. Because we're 1 down tonight, you've got 2 votes because I love you. But I'm pleased to say, Mr. Atouche, you get to pick a player to keep. We start with the back line, so you've got to pick a defender. Who do you want to save?
Boyd. I know he played in the VFL, but I know he probably had a bad game, but I'd love to see him in a team that's actually competent, that actually has some sort of structure.
Yeah, mate. This is what you do. You just do what you want now, mate. Don't worry about what's right. Mr. Nick Backman.
Okay, well, it's the last round of the year, and I've got to back him in. So every house needs a step ladder. Throw in Lewis Young, please.
Hey.
Were you proud of your boy this weekend?
Mate, I was. He went next level. I was proud of quite a few of them. It was first time I've been excited watching Carlton in a long time.
Mate, I'm looking forward to the BNF with you because I'm going to try and recreate that specky on Lewis. I'm going to wait until he's talking to you, and then I'm just going to run up the back of him.
Fuck it. I'm going to throw you at him.
Sounds like an absolute rager at the BNF with you two boys.
Let's do it.
Oh, dear. Jono, who are we saving?
Cowan, please, for me. Lachlan.
I hate doing the back line. You know what? I'm going to be boring, chat. I'm going to give you fun. I'll do Wietering, which is German for feeding your plants. Chat, you need back pocket and a half back, right? So get your names in. Your names are Akers, Ben Camporelli, Carroll, Charleston, Cripps, Durden, Elijah Hollands, Evans, Flynn Young, Fogarty, Haynes, Hewitt, Lucas Camporelli, Mackay, Moyer, Motlop, Ollie Hollands, O'Keefe, Sard, TDK, Walsh, White, Williams, Wilson. Give me Cowan. And Cowan's already saved. So 2 names, chat. I'll let you have 2 names each. You're all flying in with Carroll. Jesus. Carroll's not been yelled that much time since 1970 when it was a popular girl's name.
Carroll!
No, Carroll's a mongrel, bro. I love him. I like it.
No one picked Bins. I presume because everyone watched VFL. So that's why he's not on the list. That's the rule of the game. You've got to be on the list. Wilson, Carroll Haynes. So it looks like Carroll and
Wilson.
it looks like Carroll and Wilson. Hey, tell you what.
Carroll Wilson.
You know what?
So
What is
no-
amazing, and I don't want to repeat myself from Blue Abroad, but just think about it. Carroll this time last year was told he was shit and he was going to be delisted. And 12 months later, he is starting 22. That is pretty impressive, isn't it?
And it started right from the pre-season. Just he showed that he went up a level, and well done, Matty Carroll.
Fortune the fire. Came in there in the
Excellent.
rough season and had a great season, bro. I like him.
Like that's the kind of shit that makes you proud. Do you know what I mean? Of the young kid. Like we talk about development, but Jesus, like he's done pretty well. But we're on to mids now, mids and rucks. Who you saving, Atush? Who you saving?
I'll go boring. I'll go Hewitt.
Hey mate, it's boring's good. Boring's good. Nick,
Get that fucking goat on the park. Walsh loved it.
are you playing him on the wing? Or are you playing him as a rover?
I'm playing him as a rover, and just one that's allowed to do whatever he wants.
Langy,
And
we do owe
runs.
you. We do owe you Motlop on the rock. Just once. Once. We do owe it. Jono, who are you saving?
We are saving. You know what? LekDog's not here, but we're going to make sure LekDog's here. Hudson O'Keefe is in the ruck.
He loves him.
He's not here. You know what? I'm going to go controversial. And you know what, Zonk Steel? You're going to love me. I'm a converter. Haynes on the wing. Haynes on the wing. Tell you what, and I've done it with an ulterior.
Matthew Richardson, Brownlow, you're loading from Haynes.
Hey, do you know what I mean? I've done it with an ulterior motive as well, because there's no way you'll pick Akers now if we've got a tall winger. There's no way, chat. So you need midfielders now. We've got your ruck sorted. You need a winger and a centreman. Winger and a centreman. So what have we got here? You've got Campos, you've gone with Nick Haynes. So chat, the names you need are Akers, Camporelli, Charleston, Cripps, Durden, Elijah Evans, Flynn Young, Camporelli, Mackay, Moyer, Motlop, Ollie Holland, Sard, TDK, White, Wilson, Moyer and Cripps. Oh, we've got to go Moyer on the wing. Chat, stop teasing me. Ollie and Cripps. Akers for Pom and Cripps. Get Akers in. Get Akers. You know what, Lange? I'm impressed with you that you didn't actually nominate Akers for captain for banter. You could have done it. Like, you could have had the menage. Oh, Ben's sentiment, Ollie on the wing. I am loving that. So it looks like Cripps has survived.
Cripps in.
Cheers, Saz. This is why we love you, Saz. You've got to keep me under control. Because I'm an animal. So Cripps is safe anyway. Put him there.
Ollie and Moyer.
Yeah, it's. I think Ollie's got it.
Ollie has got 3 votes.
Tell you what, I just wish once Voss would say, I can't be asked to pick the team. We're just going to give it to the guys on a Tuesday. Can't be asked anymore.
I think he does that. I think he does that regularly. Doesn't he?
Well, he hasn't used our teams. I can tell you that. Because,
that team we did before Port Adelaide the first time was genuinely my favourite team of the year. Atush, you weren't here. We made like 16 changes. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like legit, like legit. The only people who didn't get on the sheet that were fit were Duffy and Monaghan. But the player pool was everyone.
Hey, understandable. Yeah. Respect.
We'd all had enough.
It was the best team.
I remember being asked, Pom, who's your sub? And my answer was petulant. I was like, couldn't give a fuck, do a members raffle. Genuinely, that's where I was.
I Hang on. I think I've got it. I think I got it here. I'll find you the team.
You know what? That
Sorry.
would be great if Michael Voss came into the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
Matt
ask.
Gandolfo, that was when LekDog said that he was going to ban Ian from the stream because he dared make no changes.
Yes.
Like,
No, we
No.
legitimately made that week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We made 12 changes that week
like
for Port Adelaide, the first one.
we sacked everyone. Sacked everyone. It was
Sacked
brilliant.
everyone.
It was brilliant. Well, we're on forwards now. And Atush, which forward takes your fancy?
Elijah Hollins.
Oh,
Elijah Hollins.
man!
You have to get him in.
He's back. You know what? I would do anything for Lidge to play this week.
Yeah, I love him, bro. Like, he needs to play. If he's fit and he's ready, he needs to play. I don't care who goes out. Fogarty should have gone out last week. I don't know he survived.
We look better with him in. Carlton just...
Marnie, good day to you. I hope you enjoyed Pilates as well. Hope you enjoyed Pilates, keeping supple. Love to see it. Nick?
Frankie Evans on his recent
Frankston
form.
Evans. Give him captaincy. Give him captaincy. Give him
Forward
everything.
coach. Forward coach.
Hey, make him coach, president. Like he can write a new theme tune, sing a new theme tune. Don't care anymore. John, who are you doing?
Frankie Evans.
Sir Francis. I'm picking Ashton Moyer.
You know what? Fresh off the back of a 7-goal game, he's going to hit double figures this week. Harry Mackay. Watch that. Here we are. This is going to be a Pom fact. He will kick 10 this week. Mark my words. 10 this week. He's in for the 10 bags. So chat, I need a full forward and a pocket. And you've got some absolute all-stars, as you're already voting. But you've got Akers, Ben Camporelli, Charleston, Durden, Flynn Young, Lucas, Motlop, Save Motlop, Sard, TDK, White, William James Shite, or Williams. I think that's why he hasn't kicked goals for like 5 weeks, Nick, because he doesn't have me just constantly calling him William James Shite next to you.
Just the way you said it too at the footy, William. I said, "What's who's that like again?" William James Shite.
and bro had a legacy game after I said it. Like, you know, I'm telling you, so some people just need abusing. It's like one of these weird things. I'm one of them people as well. Like, sometimes I just need someone to fucking bully me and I'll excel. Looks like, you know what? Flynn's got a little bit of fucking love here, chat. And Williams, you know what? We've gone from being incredibly tall to incredibly small, chat. I love it. Right. So I'm going to have to do some immovability because you know what I am like. I get like disorientated if it doesn't look right. So we'll put Flynn Young on half forward and Williams. There you are. Hey, our chat. I've done what you wanted. Moya's going to be playing at full forward for this one. And now we're on to the subs bench, the extended bench. So, Atush, who's the final guy you want to save on the bench?
My main man, Kanga TV show's favorite player, Jesse Motlop.
Jesse! I love it. Big Jess. I'm really excited about his contract extension because I reckon the comments are going to be lit.
He's a good player, bro. Anyone that says we should delist him or trade him is stupid, all right? You can come fight me on that statement. Like, he is good, all right? He just had an off year. He's young. He's good. He does everything except kick goals. I don't know why he doesn't kick goals. But...
He's honest.
I like Jesse. And I won't stand.
He brings enthusiasm. He brings enthusiasm.
Yeah. Look. I will say this: there's like 44 players on our list, and I think there's about 6 people I drink with. Motlop's one of the 6.
Yeah.
Like
Motlop's lippy, bro.
Yeah, the rest are probably. All right,
Talk shit.
the rest I'd pretend I'd go
He
to
is
the
lippy.
toilet. Genuinely, honestly, like some of the footballers we've got on our list, I'd go to the toilet, climb through the window, and just ditch them with a bill. But Motlop, I'd be there. I'd pay halves because I like him. Cut of his jib. Talking about people that we enjoy having beers with, Nick, who are you saving?
I really want Ben Camporelli to debut for Carlton this week. just on my
Hey,
Facebook.
Benjamin!
Benny.
Benjamin! Mr. Jono, who are we saving?
I'm going to go rogue. This person won't have beers with you because it's just his pick. He won't have beers with you because he doesn't drink. But he genuinely plays his best footy against his old side. So I'm picking Adam Sard. Once more with feeling.
You know what? I can't take the piss
farewell,
as well because it's a religious reason why he doesn't drink. Like I was hoping that was like someone like Durden, and you were going to tell me his team total, and I could just absolutely rip into him. But no, you've saved Sard. Who am I going to save? I am genuinely doing this on a beer situation, so I wouldn't have a beer with Blake Acres. Potentially would have it with Charleston, but I'd want to have like a beer at a barbecue with Charleston because he looks like the kind of crazy twat who opens a beer with his teeth. Durden looks like he's stolen beers from an off license. TDK, I'd ditch him because he's on 2 million, so he can fucking pay for the beers. I'll just drink them. And William White, I reckon, smells the barmaid's skirt and gets drunk, so it's not much use to me. So I am going with Lucas Camporelli. I am saving him all day long. Beautiful hair, gorgeous olive skin, maturing legend of a dad. So they are, chat. You've got one spot. I've made it hard for you because you're going to have to pick a boy. You're going to have to pick one of your boys, chat. Are you saving Blake Acres backs against the wall? Are you bringing in Harry Charleston for a debut? Are you bringing Corey Durden, the consummate sub? Are you bringing in TDK, Mr. 100, Mr. 2 million? Are you bringing in William James Shite? Charcoal, chat. TDK. You know what? I want to be.
Carlton have the chance to do the funniest thing ever and just drop him. That would be. Mate. I would love that.
You know what? I read a comment the other day when it was like, and it actually pissed me off, saying everything that's wrong with Carlton is they didn't play Mitch McGovern for 2 weeks because he'll get a contract extension, and this is why Carlton is shit because their culture's fucked. And I'm like, our culture's fucked because we overpay idiots $800K to play on our list. And if he's got a contract extension for so long, that's probably an $800K extension. Like some idiot has probably signed that and it's non-negotiable. And I'm glad we didn't play him. We didn't play him. Danny's obsessed with TDK staying. Yeah. I reckon you've got more chance of Taylor Swift coming on this show next year.
Look, I mean, if he hasn't decided by now, he's probably made up his mind, right? He just doesn't want to say he's going to leave. But I reckon he's gone.
He's going, yeah.
He's gone. Yeah.
Look, I hope he stays. Like, nothing would make my willy twinge more if TDK came out and said, I'm not fucking leaving and I'm staying for $700K. Do you know what I mean? But in reality, he's going to be there with flying rank fucking Viking, isn't he? And I'm going to see Jake in a blonde wig round one celebrating the fact that they're mediocre.
Have you put that on the table, Pom, that you'll stay TDK if you stay, my willy will twinge? Because that might be.
Yeah, well, you know what? When he's do you know what I mean? When BNF, he will have already announced he's gone, won't he? I was going to say, I'm more than happy to go with you up to his table and go, you're right, Tom, Pommy from Pommyinoz. Just want to let you know, if you sign, my willy will twitch. I'd say that to his face. I've got no qualms. What's he going to do?
He'll say, I want to see that trick. Give me the contract.
and if you sign, open your DMs. I'll show you. Like, yeah, do you know what I mean? But I like it. I like it. But chat, there it is. Boyd in, Elijah Hollins, Ben Camporelli, Lucas Camporelli, and TDK in. Out is Akers, Durden, Fogarty, and everyone's favourite, Cooper Lord. You know what, chat? That was emotional. Mr. Atouche, only Carlton. I'm going to drop your link now. What kind of amazing shit do you do over Only Carlton? So if you've got Insta, Facebook, what's the other one? Twitter, X. Go on, head over, find Only Carlton. What will they find, mate?
Look, you'll find a bunch of memes hating on TDK usually, but look, I do some edits every now and then. Some meme posts, opinion posts, stuff like that. Look, it's just whatever I really feel like, you know. I just like saying what's on my mind, just like something for you guys to relate to, you know what I mean? So,
mate, he's always respectful as well. He's quite funny. He's very good at self-depreciating as well, which you sometimes need to do when you've lost. It's always good. So well worth it. Get down there. He is amazing. Jono, what are you doing in the off season, mate? I'll drop your link. You tell the wonderful people what they're doing.
Mate, we are doing lots of things. We are going to do a big season review on the Annus Horribilis that was season 2025. We're going to go through the players on our list, who's going to be there, who's not going to be there, who's coming in. And we're going to do a few other things. As I flagged last week, I've got my solution to fixing the absolute mess that is the system that is the current AFL list structure. So keep an eye out for that. Pom's dropped the link below for the Substack. You can subscribe for free. You can choose how much you want to contribute to the Substack, and you get access to the full bank of things. And the best thing about it is you subscribe, it goes straight to your inbox. You don't even have to look at it. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook somewhere as well. You can find me on Twitter. That's where we are. That's what we're doing.
Mate, get down there. John's doing some wonderful work. Chat, make sure you support him. Nick, not only are Only Carlton known for their edits, but you are a man that, for a finance banker, I suppose, you take the piss, don't you? Like we've seen you do Instagram adverts by putting salt in people's engines and shit like that. We love it.
I do like to have a bit of fun, mate. Look, there's so many serious finance brokers out there I like to show myself as I am. You know, I'm a person who can get serious, but I'm a person who likes to have a lot of fun, and I'm always there to help you with your poor financial decisions. I thought that was a great way to put it.
Me and Terry gave you an advert this week because we said that
for
24 hours. You're allowed to call Nick, get a big loan, and just splurge.
That's it. So if anybody in the Carlton community wants just some advice, I'm happy to have a chat over the phone for free and help you with your goals, talk about it. And if you do decide that you need a loan for anything in life, I will see to it that you get a good deal. We've had a rough year, and looking forward to the recharge and looking forward to seeing some sunshine again.
Mate, you do official tick loans, don't you? Not the loans where you get a white van come round to your house Friday at 4 a.m.
We do that as well.
Probably better interest rates.
Yeah, better interest rates than that, and the consequences of not paying are definitely not as severe. You're right.
You're not going to come round with hammers again. Mum the back. Chat. What have I got on for the rest of the week? I can't remember. Chat. We have got the preview tomorrow. I've got part 2 of getting to know the draftees next week. That comes out later this week. Some special lives this week. Tomorrow night, no, not Thursday night, Fiona from Bomber Banter is going to be my rival on the watch along. She will be sat with me and I will be abusing her for 2.5 straight hours as the Blues run through them shithole at Essendon Football Club. Cannot wait to ruin that great friendship. Live for the Fremantle game and the Doggies, and we're live for another game. I can't remember. Oh, the Collingwood-Melbourne game. Aside from that, we have got loads and loads of content for the rest of the season as well. Straight into finals content and drafts. So make sure you like and subscribe. We are so close to 9K. We are actually a flea's dick away from 9K. So if you will tick that over for me, muchas gracias. I've loved you all. We will be back as a team. We'll bring a touche with LekDog and Ian, and we're going to do a D-list keep trade where you guys become the list managers. So we'll see you in a couple of weeks for that. Love you all. Thank you very much. See you next couple of weeks.
Up the baggers!